Fresh and clean, fresh and clean, yeah. Fresh and clean, fresh and clean. Fresh and clean, fresh and clean. Yeah. Someone want me step on the scene. Oh, I'm so blessed and free. Rebel want me step on the scene. Oh, I'm so fresh and clean. From I open my eyes, give thanks to the Most High. Give thanks, giving thanks for life. No stress in on my side. So when you come around, you can't hold me down, you can't kill me with no attack. Whoa, try your best, my life not stress, just a whole vibe and ease back. You got to be a rebel, keep your mind right, meditate for good measure. Read the Psalms a day to chase away the devil. Keep your heart clean so your days can be better. You got to be a rebel, you have to live on a rebel. Oh, you got to be a go-getter if you really wanna take it to another level. Fresh and clean, fresh and clean. Fresh and clean, fresh and clean. Yeah. Someone want me step on the scene. Oh, I'm so blessed and free. Everyone must step on the scene. Oh, I'm so fresh and clean. The half that has never been told. We are kings and queens with no crown. We hail from a legacy renown. Just check your skin tone. Daddy fresh, mommy fresh. All of my siblings and friends fresh. JLL fresh, mic check. So when we step out, we're ready and blessed. Oh yeah, we are kings and queens. We are kings and queens. We are fresh and clean. We are fresh and fresh. We are kings and queens. We are kings and queens. We are fresh and clean. We are fresh and clean. Fresh and clean. Fresh and clean. Yeah. Fresh and clean. Yeah. Fresh and clean. Oh yeah. Fresh and clean. Fresh and clean. Yeah. Fresh and clean. Yeah. Fresh and clean. Oh yeah. Fresh and clean. Fresh and clean. Fresh and clean. Fresh and clean. Yeah. Someone want me step on the scene. Oh, I'm so blessed and free. Rebel want me step on the scene. Oh, I'm so fresh and clean. Fresh and clean, fresh and clean. Fresh and clean, fresh and clean. Fresh and clean, fresh and clean.
Welcome, come one, come all, to another exciting episode of the Cymarshall Law Show. I appreciate y'all coming back to rock with me once again and again and again. I appreciate y'all, like from the bottom of my heart. This is going to be a special episode because it's Father's Day weekend and I'm a father. There's a lot of good dads out there, so we're going to celebrate them. You know what I'm saying? So, but first we're going to start the show off as we usually do with our morning, or I guess it's not morning for everybody out there. So just our prayer for ourselves, the earth, the universe. We start like this. Universal God, thank you for our inner peace. Thank you for waking us up today with a purpose. Thank you for our inner happiness. Thank you for our physical health, our healthy minds, our strong hearts, all of our healthy organs, healthy skin, healthy bones, healthy hair, healthy eyesight, healthy relationships. Universal gods, thank you for prosperity, abundance, affluence. Thank you for patience. Thank you for empathy. Thank you for compassion. Thank you for passion. Thank you for creativity. Thank you for imagination. Thank you for the strength to get through trying times and come out on top. Thank you for blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings. Universal God, the one and only God. Thank you. We are blessed. So let's start the show. So today's law is going to be law number 12 out of my book, I Still Love Her, 52 Laws of Freedom, the Psyography. And the law that I made is, original quote by Cymarshall Law. The quote is, don't chase your dreams, walk them on a leash. I'm going to say it again because we've all been told to chase our dreams, but I found out that is not the way. Because when you chase something, what happens? Right, it runs. Don't chase your dreams. Walk them on a leash. And I'm going to explain why I came to that original quote. So I'm going to start reading out of the book, get into the verse, the breakdown, and then I'm going to shoot from the hip talking about this subject. So here we go. Again, don't chase your dreams. Walk them on a leash. You are the creator of your life. Yes, some outside forces and events come into play, but you are the author of your life book. Be meticulous and coldly calculated about your dreams. No one will care about your goals more than you. And if you let your dreams begin to get away because you have not carefully planned your steps, your life will take on a constant pattern of chasing the dream. Plan and then plan some more. This way, you'll be ready when the moment arrives and not fumble because you were unprepared. Sometimes life provides luck, but I prefer to think that I was ready when the moment or opportunity presented itself. When your number is called, will you be ready? The verse, Dream Stealer, verse 1 and hook. I can change your future and give you a new fate, but everybody always thinks about me when it's too late. Now I'm here to cancel your plans, you got a new date. Sleep the cousin of death and I couldn't get, you wait. The dream stealer, I'm from your imagination. I'm the aggravation, the hating, the miscalculation. I'm the accusation, the unhealthy fascination. I'm the character assassination, the hesitation. I'm the age, the rage, locked inside of a cage. I'm the wage, the fear that kept you off of the stage. I'm the lack of effort. I'm not the lack of ability, the misery. I refuse to take accountability. The sinning, the killing. I'm even the unforgiven. I'm the prison, the hidden, the villain, the unforbidden. It's dark in your house and I don't see light there. I'll take your dreams and replace them with a nightmare. I'm the dream stealer. I might be coming to see you. Nas says sleep the cousin of death, and that seems true. I manifest within the things that we do. If you don't get your act together, I'll steal your dreams too. The breakdown. 1. I can change your future and give you a new fate, but everybody always thinks about me when it's too late. Now I'm here to cancel your plans. You got a new date. Destiny is what you're meant to do. Fate is what you are destined to do. There are vital differences in the previous sentences. They say you can change your destiny, but will never change your predetermined fate. That is what they say. However, believe all things are possible. What you think and feel are critical factors in what reality is manifested. Dreams are realized or deferred depending on what you believe, what you think, how you create, and use your power. Whether you follow your dreams or not, action or non-action will equally change your future. 2. Sleep the cousin of death and I couldn't get, you wake. The dream stealer, I'm from your imagination. I'm the aggravation, the hating, the miscalculation. I'm the accusation. The great lyricist Nas made the famous phrase, sleep is the cousin of death, meaning that your untimely demise begins its stopwatch when you allow yourself to not be present in the awake moment. Sometimes people try to awaken us from our walking slumber by reminding us of our potential and realizing our dreams are still possible. More often than not, the things that stop us from getting to the next phase in our lives are mental blocks built by the constructs of our own imaginations. We overthink and we miscalculate. I know I've been in a place where I overanalyze a situation and end up lashing out at the wrong person. Because of this, I am sure I have lost blessings that were supposed to be mine. I let my own aggravation become an enemy and I did not recognize. 3. The unhealthy fascination. I'm the character assassination, the hesitation. The unhealthy fascination. In other words, looking at the food on someone else's plate never made your belly full. Also, in the end, assassinating someone else's character told us more about you than the person you were describing. Hesitating has stolen more dreams than any of us could ever care to imagine. Hesitating or not starting altogether has robbed us of some of the greatest inventions or moments we will never know. 4. I'm the age, the rage, locked inside of the cage. I'm the wage, the fear that kept you off of the stage. Aaliyah tried to tell us age is nothing but a number, but we didn't listen. Whether we think we are too young or too old, we are wrong when it comes to following our hearts. Some of us have spirits older than our years, but we allow a number to dictate our slot in life. Dreams are stolen or lost because of this. Other times, it's suppressed rage that we think we have released, but unresolved issues fester in the depths of our soul until that one moment when unexpectedly everything comes to the surface. Additionally, sometimes because of fear, some emotions never arise, and because of this, dreams are also stolen or never come to pass. 5. I'm the lack of effort. I'm not the lack of ability, the misery. I refuse to take accountability. I think effort is a talent we should start putting on statistical spreadsheets. In the same way some people are born with a knack or natural skill for a game, there are people born with the natural go-getter energy that is almost always necessary to succeed at anything. However, this attribute is rarely accounted for. The lack of effort has been known to rob many a person of their dream. Someone with all the skills in the world will never reach their full potential without delivering their total effort. Some people say they have given their all. However, actions do not always equal word of mouth. It is essential to do as you need, but not cut corners, as in the end it will take longer to get to your required destination. It is akin to you walking your pet on a leash. With the leash, you can guide the pet and eventually get to your destination. Without the leash, you will most likely get to your destination, but not before you chase the pet everywhere but where you want to go. Follow your dreams, but do so responsibly. Be accountable and be honest. 6. The sinning, the killing, I'm even the unforgiven, I'm the prison, the hidden, the villain and unforbidden. It's dark in your house and I don't see light there. I'll take your dreams and replace them with a nightmare. I'm the dream stealer, I might be coming to see you. Nah, I said sleep the cousin of death, and that seems true. I manifest within the things that we do. If you don't get your act together, I'll steal your dreams too. The sinning will only attract sinning. Same as the killing only attracts killing. Which could be the killing of a memory or an opportunity that would have flourished. You lock yourself into a mental prison that only you have the key to free yourself from. People are unforgiving for many reasons. Not forgiving themselves and not making the moves needed to be forgiven by others because of ego or pride. For this, many will never heal. Without healing, dreams are stolen.
I can't change the future and give you a new fate, but everybody thinks about me when it's too late. Now I'm here to cancel your plans, you got a new date. Sleep the cousin of death and I couldn't get you awake. The dream stealer, I'm from your imagination. I'm the aggravation, the hate and the miscalculation. I'm the accusation, the healthy unfascination. I'm the character, assassination, the hesitation. I'm the age, the rage, locked inside a cage. I'm the wage, the fear that kept you off of the stage. I'm the lack of effort, I'm not the lack of ability, the misery. I refuse to take accountability. The sin and the killing, I'm even the unforgiven. I'm the prison, the hidden, the villain and unforbidden. It's dark in your house and I don't see light there. I'll take your dreams and replace them with a nightmare. I'm the dream stealer, I might be coming to see you. Now I said sleep the cousin of death, and that seemed true. I manifest within the things that we do. If you don't get your act together, I'll steal your dreams too. The dream stealer might be coming to see you. Now I said sleep the cousin of death, and that seemed true. I manifest within the things that we do. If you don't get your act together, I'll steal your dreams too. Not gold, but I glitter, I'm what you didn't consider. I'm the attitude you couldn't get rid of deep in your inner crevices, up in your nemesis, since your genesis. I'm perilous, stepping on your premises with emphasis. Cause I'm the drinking, I'm the unhealthy addiction. I'm the bitching, I'm the friction, I'm even the overthinking. I'm the lack of vision, I'm giving up without a good fight. I'm the knockout punch telling you good night. I'm the argument that left you heated. I'm the relationship but I cheated. Trying to live in the present but I'm trapped in the older day. Cause I'm that fucked up memory that won't go away. Methodical but it's possible that I'm optional. Created by you to stop you, your greatest obstacle. It's dark in your house and I don't see light there. I'll take your dreams and replace them with a nightmare. I'm the dream stealer, I might be coming to see you. Now I said sleep the cousin of death, and that seemed true. I manifest within the things that we do. If you don't get your act together, I'll steal your dreams too. The dream stealer might be coming to see you. Now I said sleep the cousin of death, and that seemed true. I manifest within the things that we do. If you don't get your act together, I'll steal your dreams too. It's crazy now you singing the blues. Cause I'm that weight you was too lazy to lose. See, I'm the injury, the blame, the black cloud in the rain. I'm the ego, the pride, the embarrassment and the shame. I'm the shackle, the chain that imprison your brain. The heart, the unattractive, that held you captive. I'm the jealousy, the weight heavily on you mentally. I'm the negative energy without integrity. The ignorance in me is healthy. I get mad at people who's trying to help me. Cause I think I know it all, I miss a lot. I thought I made it, but I missed the shot. I'm arrogant and never needed it, okay. So they usually find me standing in my own way. It's dark in your house and I don't see light there. I'll take your dreams and replace them with a nightmare. I'm the dream stealer, I might be coming to see you. Now I said sleep because of the death, and that seemed true. I manifest within the things that we do. If you don't get your act together, I'll steal your dreams too. The dream stealer might be coming to see you. Now I said sleep because of the death, and that seemed true. I manifest within the things that we do. If you don't get your act together, I'll steal your dreams too.
Welcome back. So, to talk on this subject, the other day, a good story is it was my son's birthday the other day. He was 5 and he turned 6, so I bought him his first bike. And I took him to the park. He was so excited when he came. When he woke up that morning, we just heard screaming because the bike was downstairs with like balloons on it. So later that day, I took him to the park, and it still has training wheels on it because, like I said, it's his first bike. So I took him to the park and was, showing him how to ride the bike for the first time. If any of you guys have kids out there, you know what that feeling is like if you've taught them to ride a bike yet. So he was super excited, smiling from ear to ear. And as he was riding, he was doing really well. But every time he went to turn around to look at me so he could make sure I was looking at him and I could, motivate him and tell him how good he was doing. Every time he turned around to see where I was, guess what happened? He fell. Every time he turned around, he fell. And I said to him, son, onward, forward. You have to notice that every time you look down, every time you look back, you fall. And I just thought right at that moment, like, this is a great metaphor for life. In every situation, when you decide to look back or look down, it's never helpful to where you want to go. And I feel like a lot of times people look at what could have happened, they look at regrets or whatever, and that ends up stealing their dreams. A lot of times people get stuck in the past, and because they're so focused on not the present moment, those dreams get sucked away into the abyss. And this happens time and time and again. There are so many different dream stealers out there. There's so many different ways for you to not fulfill your potential. But on the opposite side of that, there are a lot of ways to successfully get to your potential. And it's not even that complicated. And it not being complicated doesn't mean that it's not hard, because complicated and hard are not synonyms. So if we are able to control our emotions and center ourselves and our thoughts and our stop our mind from racing, stop our hearts from going left, right, front, and center, and keep our emotions in check, if we're able to do that, the success that we chase no longer becomes success that we're chasing, because we're so content with who we are and where we're at in that current moment. It actually begins to feel as though you're not chasing anything. You're more like walking your dream on a leash when you are emotionally stable. So that's a jewel that a lot of people don't realize, is that they can actually acquire so much in their life if they're able to focus on their emotional stability. A lot of times people have emotional reactions to situations they haven't thought about, and because they have those emotional initial reactions, they end up losing a lot of blessings, because they might have a negative emotional reaction, as where if they gave themselves some grace and a little bit of time to think about the situation or event that occurred, they could probably do something more logical, but people, they act immediately off of their heart. I know I've been someone who's definitely done that, and I'm trying to get better at it. But the more I can catch myself and analyze the situation before I emotionally act on it, the more blessings I can keep in my life. Because there are a lot of situations out there that are coming to knock you off your dean. The devil is a very busy man, as my dad used to say all the time. And even when you feel like you're super confident and you know what you're doing, other people, and it could be your family, your friends, they might not have the same vision or dream as you, or they might not dream as big as you. So when you try to dream big, they kind of want to knock you down, because the way you feel or the way you see yourself in your head, that's not how they see you. And when you see yourself bigger than another person sees you, it can kind of intimidate them. It can kind of make them feel like they're not doing enough. And because of that, you start to feel some type of way, and maybe you don't start reaching for your light because they're uncomfortable with you reaching for your light, and because they're uncomfortable about you reaching for your light, you get uncomfortable with them. So you stop reaching for your light because you don't want to make them feel bad. It's a effed situation, but I've seen it happen time and time and again. It's like the whole crabs in the barrel thing. So many things will come to steal your dreams. And sometimes it's the closest people to you, and sometimes it's you, which is also the closest person to you, coincidentally. One of my favorite things the great Kobe Bryant used to say is that you have to get comfortable with failing. You have to not be afraid to fail. And when you're not afraid to fail, you kind of become invincible. You're able to walk that dream on a leash because you're not in a rush, because you're not afraid of anything. So you have to overcome that fear. You have to surround yourself with positive influences, people that inspire you, people that make you want to dream bigger, people that show you the God inside of you when you don't see it inside of yourself. Cultivate the right mindset by not fixating on success, but being success in everything you do. So it's not about getting to the end of that finish line, but doing everything right before you get to that finish line. So by the time you get to that finish line, you're not even thinking about the finish line, because you are who you said you are, whether you so-called won the race or not. You are who you said you are. You have become the destination. A couple jewels I have as far as getting to that destination without feeling like you have to run or race to get there would be to make it fun on the journey, on the way. And a way to do that would be to, well, for me, I don't know if it would be fun for you guys, but I have a journal. I have a manifesto. I write things that, I have a journal that is a vision board. I have an actual vision board, and I actually have a journal. So it's like I'm writing out all the things that I want to happen the same way I'm making the vision board and seeing the things that I want to happen in physical form when I'm, cutting out the things from the magazine. And that tends to help me keep calm, because I can see physically from what I'm writing down or what I'm making on the vision board where I'm going, and it just gives me a sense of calm. So that's definitely a jewel. Vision boards and keeping a journal of what you want to do and where you want to go and how you're going to do it. Also, consistency is a jewel. It is the actual key that I use personally to unlock any door, because when you're working on something, it might seem like you're not getting anywhere day by day, but if you add up everything you've done, if every day you put in some type of work on your journey, every day you take one step closer to where you want to go, by the time you look up, you would have built an entire wall. You would have travel the Great Wall of China if you just keep laying the bricks. If you keep laying the bricks and not focusing on the kingdom being finished, just keep laying the bricks. I've done this time and time again in my life. And I'm telling you, it's definitely a jewel and a gem and it's almost similar to what I was saying earlier with, how my son was looking back. You just keep laying the bricks and you don't, instead of me saying don't look back, it's the opposite. It's saying don't even look to where you want to go. Just keep laying the bricks. Keep moving forward. And if you do that, man, when you look up, you're going to have a palace. You're going to have a palace. Believe that. You got to remember that success is not a destination. It is the journey. My suggestion is develop a routine that includes time for reflection and planning. Use tools like goal setting and time management to maintain focus on your long-term objectives. And in this way, you'll end up walking that dream on the leash instead of chasing it.
Like everyone else, you want to learn the way to win, but never to accept the way to lose. To accept defeat, to learn to die is to be liberated from it. You must free your ambitious mind and learn the art of dying.
They tried to break me with the pain, but I still remain. Guys, it's no surprise when I rise again. Learn to trust the law, there's a plan and I'm the brain. My flow will turn the tug of war rope into a diamond chain. If my environment is messed up, it don't mean that I'm the same. Point at the bottom up, the only place that I can aim. People got the umbrella before the lightning came. Cause in this concrete jungle, the lion reign. So try to mess with me, I don't get phased. I just act like I don't see your bullshit ways. And yo, remember that I never slack, just write a better rap. It's told my soul is where the gold and the treasure at. So I'm not stressing when these guys hate. They so thirsty for attention that they dehydrate. You'll never see side fake. The nights with these mics, still I'm fighting for my life like he's live bait. Word to mama, watch out for a piranha. I'll blow the ganja, I'll light my split with molten lava. Get kinda chill when it's time for me to blaze, so I won't imitate or react to your evil ways. I'm on a mission, on a journey when you saw me, friend. The role your character plays won't change how my story ends. Yeah. There's good and there's evil, what the devil got cooking. Never think about what people do when you're not looking. A lot of things happen when you thought they couldn't. A lot of things happen when they really shouldn't. They try to use the blinding lights and the smoke screen, but I'ma see this through the fingers and act like I don't see. I try to live like my mother told me, but I'ma see this through the fingers and act like I don't see through my fingers. You think I ain't watching, but I see who's the winner, and he'll eat you for dinner. Cornballs get signed, but I can see through this illa. Setbacks, hard times make you lethal and realer. You had me believing, scheming and big dreaming, until you was hiding and seeking. I caught you peeking. Play fair, or else the fun just ain't there. Like you arrived on time, forgot your train fare. I know you see things and act like you didn't, cause when you get caught to the stand, it's called snitching. You might be inflicting pain or catch your ass whipping. You don't wanna get caught slipping. There's good and there's evil, what the devil got cooking. Never think about what people do when you're not looking. A lot of things happen when you thought they couldn't. A lot of things happen when they really shouldn't. They try to use the blinding lights and the smoke screen, but I'ma see this through the fingers and act like I don't see. I try to live like my mother told me, but I'ma see this through the fingers and act like I don't see.
I spread my index and middle finger and look through myself into the eyes of winter. Cold as hell, 6 months between beginning and end. 6 days for the sea lions to make me understand. Time flies frequently as we love the life of plans secretly. I speak to them and they speak to me. Generations tell tales of struggle throughout the world. Excuse me while I kiss the sky and see about a girl. In the end, I'm just the instrument of my genetics. The static is giving me headaches, morality and ethics. Am I worthy of the mark of man? I define it. From New Jersey to U-Town is one climate. Global warming up for revolutions per minute. Adding up to evolution, infinite, finite. Beyond our species, there'll be a next one. All part of the very same big electron. Like whoa, 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 whoa. It sound like whoa, 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 whoa. Papa Docs, Cymarshall Law, skid slam. That's who we are, who I am. What? U-Town, New Jersey. We are worthy of the. Let's go. Do do day day. Do do dum dum. Bo do da 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 dum da dum dum dum. Bo do day day. Bo do dum dum. Bo do da di da day da dum dum dum. Bo do day day. Bo do dum dum. Bo do da di da day da dum 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 dum.
Down to gatekeeping. Motherfuckers that went through 4 years of college and believed that played a part in getting them where they needed to get to, where really their parents' money played a part in getting them where they needed to get to. Letting them go to college and not be in debt and do all that other stuff. But now that they're in position, they don't have that open-mindedness of, oh, maybe that 4-year degree that I got, maybe that isn't so important. Like, motherfuckers don't.
Right, it's almost like they're in denial of it.
Yeah, people usually double down. Like, well, no, I needed this, so of course I need to do this. Like, but yeah, I've been looking at jobs probably for like the last year and a half, 2 years, and the amount of jobs that you see that require this degree or that degree, and you look at the description of it, and you're like, man, I could do this job in my sleep. Like, you don't need that degree. Matter of fact, I bet you that the person that graduated school with that degree and this is their first job, they're gonna fail horribly at it. But
what's crazy?
That's how motherfuckers be doing it.
What's crazy is those degrees that they want you to have when you go to the interview. A lot of times, the person interviewing you doesn't even have those degrees or certificates.
Yeah, like absolutely. But and what's crazier about it now that I'm realizing, because it changes like every generation. It changes every few years. Like the whole like acquiring a job process. But now it's so crazy that you're not even getting a person looking at your resume first. There's a system. There's an algorithm looking at your resume. So if you're not hitting certain points that they put in that say that's important, you don't even get the opportunity to amaze somebody with your experience or how well your resume is written, because there's a good chance that a human being is not the first person looking at your shit.
That's crazy. So I put in a resume in the last few months, and the first question it asked me is that, do you want AI to look over your resume? And I clicked no because I had never been asked that question before, but it kind of goes to what you're saying. Like, a robot is going to look at my joint before even a human sees it.
I had no idea that was going on.
Nah, absolutely. Like when I was a few years ago, when I was hiring people, like we were still seeing a lot of the resumes come through, and I could make decisions. Like there's times I looked at a resume and went like, this thing don't got no experience in what I'm hiring for, but I like their resume. Right. I want to meet them.
Right.
Who knows what's going to happen? They might be able to convince me that they could take this job and do something with it. Like I'd see something in a resume that said, oh, this person stands out. Let me check it out. But you don't even get that opportunity as much anymore because so much of this shit is automated that, like I said, they got the algorithm looking, and if you're not hitting, oh, we wanted a bachelor's degree. If they don't scan your resume and see bachelor's degree, they don't even care about what the rest of that shit says.
Yo, that's a fact, which is crazy because so many people don't have a bachelor's degree and can still do the job.
Yeah.
You know how many times I've been at work and spoke to someone on the phone that I can just sense gets paid a lot more than me, but they don't know what the F they're talking about? This happens all the time. So it goes to show you if you want a job, just go for it, because there's definitely people in all types of high positions that are getting paid buku dollars and don't know what they're doing, but they just had the confidence to go for the job. So go for it.
Absolutely.
But yeah, let's get in.
People come off with that. Yeah, let's do it.
Get into the news of the day. So we are at the Cymarshall Law Show. We got my brother Josh on the line and my son Tyshar on the line, my guys, and we're going to go through some of the news that I just scraped up during the week. I'm going to start with the latest thing that I saw just as of last night. Tell me you guys' thoughts on it. Rest in peace to the brother Jerry West, the NBA logo, who passed away. I believe that was last night. And then following that, I saw a meme that said he couldn't take the Celtics being up 3-0, so he passed away. I don't mean to make light of the man passing away, but I saw it like, oh, the internet wins again.
Yeah, internet is undefeated, man. It's funny on something like that. I definitely want to hear Tyshar's thoughts on that because that's a whole different generation. I'm sure the name Jerry West might mean a little bit different for him than it does for me. But for me, the thought that came to mind is just a reminder again of like, we're getting old. So these old legends that, even though we didn't necessarily get to see them play, that whose names ring bells for us. Like, so Bill Russell passed away not too long ago. I was telling my son about that. Like, Bill Russell just passed away. Bill Walton just passed away. You got Jerry West that just passed away. So it's not a lot of them left. I think Oscar Robertson might still be alive. Definitely Kareem's still alive, but they're all hitting to that age. So it's just a reminder of how much older we are. Because you feel like these guys have been around like my whole life learning about basketball.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely a change with things. But Tyshar, what's your thoughts on that, fam? Like, what does your generation think of like those old legends, not just Jerry West, but I guess all of them?
I'm not gonna lie. My generation, there's this trend that's going on that it's like we're done with the 80s. So anything before the 80s, I'm pretty sure they don't got no room to talk. Like,
that's so foul.
This is real. Like, people saying like, that whole how people say like Paul George is their GOAT.
You was telling me that, but that's crazy
compared to like Michael Jordan.
It's
just like those old guys. They don't really mean like no disrespect, but
it certainly sounds disrespectful.
Their time has passed.
I can't get past.
They lay down the bricks.
Like, no disrespect, but was just all disrespect to everything you love to care about. That sounds crazy. I know the trend you're talking about. I've seen that on the internet. I just stayed away from it. I don't want to abuse young cats, but it's just like, if you wasn't watching, and don't even get me wrong, like I wasn't watching all of the 80s. Like I was.
So that's what I'm saying. 80s. If y'all wasn't watching Jerry West, what make y'all think that somebody my age was watching him?
Jerry West wasn't even the 80s though, like that. He was the 70s, so it's definitely before our time. But we know the name, like you'll say, it's the logo,
right?
So we know different things that he's associated with. We know about the Lakers. We know about how good of a player he was. You know how many championships he went to. All of that stuff. I know he didn't win that many, but you just know of it, and you have a respect for the greatness. I didn't watch too much Kareem, but you respect it. Your generation, on the other hand,
it's definitely crazy that he passed away. He's literally he's the logo. He is. I ain't gonna say he is the NBA, but that's what we think about when we see NBA. But when Kobe passed, I feel like I felt it a lot more in my heart than him, just because I seen him, I heard him talk and everything. I don't really know much about Jerry West. He just seems like a businessman who used to play like basketball to me.
So that makes sense. So Kobe definitely had a bigger impact on me, and I felt his loss more just because I saw his whole career, like from beginning to end. So that part makes sense. But I don't know. You got to respect what came before you and what laid down the foundation. Paul George, that's wild.
That's left field. That's left field.
I don't agree with that Paul George statement.
Playoff P out this bitch. What threw me is that you saying that the whole trend of forget the 80s. The whole time you talking, I'm running through the 80s. I'm like, didn't Thriller come out in the 80s? Like they're wilding out.
No, I meant done with the 80s as in basketball wise. Like it'd be people saying like that rookies now coming into the NBA be like better than like some of y'all guys.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Just because as time goes by, things advance. So new moves that we have, new training, things that we have, they just wasn't around then. So it was literally impossible for them to do the stuff that is being done now because it wasn't even a thing. So it makes sense, but.
Yo, do y'all think they should let the logo ride, or you think they should change it to like Michael Jordan or Kobe or Allen Iverson?
I just know they're not changing that at this point. Now that he passed away, they definitely not changing it. if I was going to pick somebody to be the logo, it would be Jordan. But for all types of reasons, you know why that's not going to happen. Like, he ain't going to rent you the logo. Like, he's not going to let you put the logo on the ball without paying up like some bread for that.
Not for a hefty price.
Yeah, they probably going to just stick with it. Yeah, they just going to have to stick with that.
Huh. What about you, Tyshar? You think they should change it?
I think it's like Josh said, he already passed away. So if they did want to change it, they probably should have did it before that, because now I feel like it's like that's how everyone's gonna remember. Like, that's, if you take that away, you're kind of taking him away from the game.
Right. I see what you guys are saying. I would like to see a Steph Curry logo, but that's neither here nor there.
Somebody shooting a three?
Yeah, it's the new way of the NBA.
That's fire.
Nah, if you was going to do the Steph logo, it wouldn't even just be him shooting a three. It'd be him shooting a three, but already turned around before the ball went through the hoop.
Oh man,
it'd have to be a big ass logo.
Or like
that's fire.
Or like a GIF logo of him shimmying. Oh man. All right. So news thing number 2. A robot captured never before seen footage, and this is not what I told y'all a couple weeks ago. This is new again. Robot captured never before seen footage in pyramids of Giza. So there's a shaft inside the pyramid of Giza that's super long, and at the end of it there's this rock that they couldn't get past, but they built this super small robot camera. Then the robot got past the rock, and they found a hidden chamber. And in that hidden chamber, there's all these weird symbols on the ground that they've never seen before. And this is super recent. I don't know what else to say about that, except they keep digging and going into the abyss. Something in the abyss is going to start looking back.
What were the symbols like? Did they get into those types of details? Because I did not hear this story.
Nah, they just said weird symbols. They probably used a different word than weird. I used weird, but I'll keep looking for that.
So symbols that they weren't familiar with.
Right.
Some type of language, something.
Right.
I mean, this goes to, we have no clue how old things are. Like, I think we know how old things are. And I think we see a version of it, or maybe the outer rim of something, and go, okay, well, this part was built around this time, so this is how old it is. But I think a lot of those pyramids and whatnot, we just don't fully understand. I don't think we fully understand what the purpose was for them and who exactly built them.
Right.
I thought she was going to go someplace else with the story, because I did hear a story where they was talking about how it seems like there was water near some of the pyramids that's no longer there, obviously.
Uh-huh.
And that the water is probably how they were moving materials back and forth. And that's why, I guess maybe in Egypt, don't get me wrong, I don't know where exactly they were talking about. It was someplace where there was multiple pyramids in a close proximity to each other. They were just saying that, there used to be water or a river or something in this area that's no longer there that helped them transport things back and forth. But yeah, the only connection I make is that, we're all just guessing. Like, our scientists, all that stuff, they're just guessing on the ages of things and how things were done, and we still don't have no clear answers. And I don't know if we ever going to get clear answers on those pyramids, who built them, and, say what the purpose of them was.
It's all very interesting. I think we're getting closer to finding out some stuff, because every day I'm finding out some interesting information. But you're right, we might never know, because I always still wonder about the crop circles, and no one has came up with a clear explanation for those, and those kind of are freak me out. Those. And
so do they say who they think originally started building the pyramids? Like, what people?
No.
So,
go ahead, Jay.
Well, what I was going to say is that there's pyramids all over the world. Like, there's not just pyramids in Egypt. There's pyramids in South America. I think there might even be there's pyramids in Mexico. So, didn't you see some pyramids in Mexico?
Absolutely. We actually went to one.
there's pyramids in a lot of different places. So it's a question of like, well, if you say, one group built these pyramids in Egypt, well, who built these pyramids in Mexico, and why do they look so familiar, and what was their purpose? And then also when you, like I've seen different documentaries where they talk about like, there's some type of connection to like astrology with the position of the pyramids.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, how did these different ancient civilizations that should have never been able to get in contact with each other, how are they all doing similar type of stuff? So, again,
and are like these pyramids, like, are they like too old to like? Because I'm thinking like, why haven't they, or why can't they say like it was some valuable thing that the Simmons family had? Like, why can't they track down the lineage of the Simmons family and go deep and ask questions like, yo, how did, like, somebody has to claim this? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I know for a fact that the Library of Alexandria in Egypt that was supposed to hold all the records got burnt down and is mysteriously gone from history.
So that's what I'm saying. All right, got burned down, but then it goes further. Then who owned the library? Like, somebody has the answers, or some of the answers. Like, no one just doesn't know nothing. That's impossible.
Well, if you ask...
wait, before,
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go for it. You got
I was going to say, before we move on, I guess the other question is when you start talking about the age of things and why it's possible that some people that we don't necessarily know everything that we should know now, is that the people that built them got wiped out and we started over again. Some way, somehow.
So the people that we would be able to ask questions aren't even here.
Yeah, I mean,
so there's different theories, and me and your pops definitely talked about this before. There's different theories out there that say that there's been multiple like extinction level events where we've kind of hit a reset. So there's a theory out there that whatever we think the age of like modern civilization is, it's actually older. That there was a civilization prior to that, or maybe multiple civilizations prior to that got wiped out from floods or all that type of stuff.
It's interesting because
when you start hearing those theories and start going down those rabbit holes, it also kind of leads to where Atlantis really took place at and whatever happened to that.
So that head of that cat that has the human head in Egypt, that head that is is it the Sphinx? It's the body of a cat, but it has the head of a human. The human head is super small, like the ratio doesn't fit the body, and it looks like that head was put there. So to me, there was probably a cat head there that actually fit that body. But to what Josh was saying earlier, the dimensions of pyramid bases around the world, a lot of them are the same exact dimensions as the pyramids in Egypt. So it's like, who did that? Like, whoever was doing these pyramids all across the world, they clearly had some type of connection.
Like as if somebody almost gave them all the same blueprint, but that's damn near impossible back then because they didn't have the technology, right?
That's where it gets interesting.
Right.
But no, where you're going is that's where some of the theories are like, well, what kind of being could have given knowledge to people on all these different areas?
Yeah, like what gave them those instructions?
Right.
And then you start going into like some of the stories of ancient civilizations and how so many of those different civilizations all talk about a great flood.
Right.
They weren't near each other. They were on what you would think are different continents in today's world. Like they were on different. Like how would they all know that this great flood happened? Yeah, I don't know. That's a good rabbit hole to go down now.
It is.
You got the spirit time.
Before we jump out of that one, so of all those flood stories, I found a bunch of them, but the one that I'm finding is the earliest is called the Epic of Gilgamesh. So whoever wants to look that up one day can look into that. It's super interesting. So moving on, number 3, and I always wondered this. Scientists revealed the reason you see strange swirl patterns when you partially close or squint your eyes. Now, I used to think I was seeing, I don't know if this happens to you guys, or if I'm alone, but like I can close my eyes and I see like little lines. And I used to think like, am I looking at a different dimension? But scientists say that your eyes don't turn off in the dark, but instead they create very weak signals that mimic light. And these signals are constantly made by cells at the back of your eyes. So that's what you're seeing. Do you guys see those as well, or is that just a me thing? Like little squiggly lines in front of your eyes. No?
Like after you close them?
Yeah. Like if you shut them tight.
Nah, fam.
All right.
Me being an asshole here, squinting my eyes over the phone, like trying to figure out, like, what are we talking about right now? Like, I know I look like a fool right now, but I'm trying to get there.
All right. Next one.
Cells behind the eyes. Okay, I got it.
Monkey punches girl in the face at zoo when she was taunting him with food. Yes.
Sounds like she had it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did she get injured? Like, was she hurt?
I don't know. I just read the headline, laughed, and kept it moving.
I mean,
it's probably a little bit.
Yeah, all right. So you got to say that because people be extra sensitive. I hope there's not permanent damage, but it sounds like she had it coming still. I'm going to stick to that one.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
On a side note, though, like I could tell you, and I don't know if this makes me a bad person or not, though, but one of my favorite things in the world is like seeing karma hit somebody immediately. Like, sometimes you got to wait for somebody's karma to hit, but seeing it in like real live action of somebody like doing something they shouldn't be doing and just karma coming through and smacking them immediately.
Yep.
I enjoy that. Like, yeah. I get a kick out of that. That's probably one of my favorite forms of entertainment in this world. So I wish I could have seen the monkey smack her for teasing him about food. Like, he's already in a cage, man. Like,
yeah, and that's
got better to do.
Right, and that's what I meant by me being tickled by it. Exactly what you just said. And when karma hits you that fast, there's no denying where it came from. Just so you know. Next, 3 kids went out on a hike in North Dakota and found the fossils of a T-Rex. That's crazy.
That's facts.
According to the article. I mean, according to the article. You know I'm conspiracy brother because according to me, dragons existed. And
how
that might have been
much
a dragon
did you look into it? Like, where was they at? And was they just walking and they found them? Like, was they digging?
North Dakota, a hike. That's all I got. That's all I got. And it looked like a T-Rex's skull from what I was able to see in the picture. So yeah. Whatever that means. Next, a huge snake-headed fish, or several huge snake-headed fishes are invading U.S. rivers, coming all the way over from China. They're coming onto land. They're called the northern snake-headed fish. They're big as hell, they're long as hell, and they're supposed to be coming to American shores soon.
Are they dangerous?
I don't know. They look big.
We gotta watch out for them.
I mean, you're not gonna miss them. They're huge, and they're like big ass fishes with the head of a snake. So if I see it, I'm hauling ass. R2 button.
Yo, y'all don't think that China's like low key? Like, this isn't like silent warfare? Like, what the wait. But how about the lanternflies though? Didn't they come from China too? It's like they're just releasing shit into our country. Like, how come all the stuff keeps coming here?
Yo,
I don't have no answers for that.
I knew he was gonna go there, and that's just hilarious. So I'm confused on the story, but he has a point. Like, it does seem like these days a lot of things is coming out of China. But the
balloons,
what you call it?
lanternflies,
the snake-headed fish. Like first of all, is some superhuman animal that can swim through the ocean and then also swim in fresh water in the river? There's not too many animals that could do that in itself. You know what
Sounds
I'm saying?
like a mutant,
that's
fam.
limited.
Yeah, it did say that.
Yo, exactly. Like that's there's not too many animals that swim in the ocean and they can also go to fresh water.
Yeah, it did say that. It specifically said that.
It said that it can do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Survive on land.
Genetically modified.
It sounded crazy when he started talking, but the more I think about it, like he might have a point. It does take me to just the matter like how big the ocean is, how much water there is on this planet. Like there's still so much in the ocean that we don't know about. Like there's probably some old ass animals that's still in the ocean that we just don't see.
Well, you saw that
how deep it goes, and there's areas that we just never touched and I'm never going to touch, never going to see. Like that's crazy.
You saw that
parts of space that we know more than the ocean.
You did see the turtle I sent you the other day, right? That was as big as like 40 humans.
I did see it. The turtle.
And then 2 days ago, I saw an octopus that was bigger than that turtle. Joint was huge. Like the mother octopus of all octopuses.
So octopus and all of that, like they don't got the vertebrates, so they can go extra deep into the ocean. So I'm sure, again, there's some colossal size marine life out there that we just don't know about.
Yo, joint looked like the Kraken.
We don't want to know about
Kraken, like a Kraken or something.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Exactly.
Had me thinking it was real. Speaking of the Kraken, not to get off the news, y'all seen Godzilla -1, new Godzilla movie?
On Netflix?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see that.
It was heat.
No, I didn't see it either.
I
saw the one that came out in the movies.
Good?
Yeah, it was heat. Best Godzilla movie I ever seen. Caught me off guard.
It didn't have what's the girl from Stranger Things?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Did you see Godzilla vs. King Kong?
Yeah, I did.
I did see that.
Y'all like that?
I enjoyed it. I did.
Was the film that too much? I think I don't know. I'm rooting for King Kong. I don't know. It seemed like they had him taking L's in that movie.
It's always interesting the depictions of King Kong and Godzilla, because sometimes Godzilla's portrayed as a hero and sometimes he's portrayed as a villain. Same with King Kong. So it kind of depends who's telling the story.
Yeah. I did see that one. I wasn't feeling the other, like the outside storyline in the girl from Stranger Things. Like that whole storyline in there was kind of weak.
Well,
it seems like he's only the hero when they have an enemy.
True.
Aside from that, he's on smoke.
The story is specifically why I like the new Godzilla -1, because all the Godzilla movies I've seen, I feel like they always tell them from an American's perspective. But this one, nah. They started in Japan and they really kept it Japanese. And I appreciated that. They told it from the Japanese people's perspective from start to end, and it was dope. That's how it always should have been told as far as I'm concerned. Now that I see it like that, like, oh, it was their story. They should have been telling it instead of us throwing like Bryan Cranston in there. But yeah. So moving right along, Cali just got the first ever Tesla Cyber police truck vehicle. And these joints look scary. I can't even lie. They look like the new age is dawning. Like RoboCop but with wheels. Elon Musk is going for it. Additionally, I have sorry, you got something?
Yeah, nah, just on that, I'm just thinking like shit hit the fan and you can't charge the vehicle. Like something's wrong with the infrastructure.
Right.
What do you do at that point? You go back to gas vehicles, right? I mean, something to think about. But Cali's always trying to be super advanced with the go green and whatnot. But I don't know. Some of those ideas don't be that well thought out. But in a real emergency, I don't know. You might not have the electricity. Maybe you just solely dependent on generators. I'd rather be dependent on gas. That's just me.
Yeah, there are some things the future is trying to bring to us that I'm definitely not for, and that's probably one of them. I'll probably stay on gas for as long as I can.
I heard it take like 2 hours to charge up like them cars,
which is crazy. And imagine if there's not a charging station around, and you're in like in the desert or something like that. Hell no. Hell to the no. Moving right along. Yo, this is super dope. I gotta tell my other two kids this as well. So there's a new virtual store in Roblox that will pay players $14 an hour to work in the game. That's revolutionary. I'm about to get a job at Roblox. Nah, I'm not, but my daughter might want to get one. You gonna say something?
Yeah, I'm out of touch. So obviously my oldest is about to be 21. So he wasn't on Roblox, and my youngest too young to be on it. So I really still don't know what it is. I've been hearing y'all talking about it for years. I really have no clue what Roblox is. Like, I get it's a game, but enlighten me. So you can now get paid. Kids can get paid in that game, but what do you do? Is it just regular video game stuff? Or
maybe you can tell me, Tyshar, because when I walk past Roblox, it just looks like a slightly higher quality version of Minecraft. I could be completely wrong, but people.
I think it's probably way more than slightly advanced than Minecraft. Like I don't really know much about it either. It's past my time too. I can never say I downloaded Roblox or bought Roblox or even sat there and played Roblox for more than 10 minutes. Or even when I walk past the screen and Orion's playing it, I never can really tell what's going on. Or like, it's always mad different stuff going on. But it just looks like, and it seems like the creative possibility in it is like endless. It's unlimited. You can create anything, even though it's like, blocky kind of. You can still recreate or create anything.
I mean,
whether that's clothes, shoes, whether that's shows, like literally when I say anything.
Anyone out there with kids, I would look into it, man. They paying players $14 an hour to play the game you already see your kids playing every day. So I might try to figure out how, you know what I'm saying? Get some extra streams of revenue popping in here. You already know. What else we got? Dunkin' Donuts giving out free donuts on Friday. So if you want a free donut, hop over there. What else we got?
Wow.
I don't know. I just saw it and went right past. Kevin Spacey. You got something?
Nah. You said Monday. I was about to make sure. Like what's that? A Juneteenth giveaway? Like I don't know.
No, it's Friday.
Juneteenth is what? Wednesday. Oh, you said Friday. Okay.
Yeah, Friday.
Nah, Juneteenth is Wednesday anyway.
Oh, word. Okay. Kevin Spacey, who used to be one of my favorite actors, admits that he's broke and he has to sell his home due to all the trials and tribulations he's been through. The allegations, or I don't know if they ever charged him for touching young girls.
I think he just beat a case, didn't he?
I guess he's still out and about, so maybe he beat it. But I know he's. The article I read, he was crying broken. He got to live at people's houses because he got to sell his home.
Yeah, I think he just beat a case 2 weeks ago. That's probably the only reason why he's saying that. If it was still a chance of him being found guilty, he'd probably just be shutting up, trying to lay low. But I don't know. I only know a piece of what he was accused for, so the disclaimer you always got to give with any type of sexual assault or whatever it is that he did. Like, yeah, if he did it, hey, that's your karma, and you just got to eat that.
Right.
on the acting side though, like yeah, he is nice. One of my favorite actors at the time. Usual Suspects, but American Beauty, few other joints. Like yeah, he's always been there. So
yeah, I haven't watched.
I don't know if he didn't do it. Hope he makes a comeback. I don't know.
I haven't watched no Kevin Spacey since those allegations came out because I just don't play that. And then I heard
he's been in anything since the allegations came out.
I heard someone saying
like
that
broke.
Speaking of something similar, where people are getting canceled. Someone was saying the other day, all right, so Diddy appears to be canceled, but what about all the songs that Diddy was involved with? Do we have to cancel those too? There's a lot of songs.
The songs?
The songs.
Well, I don't know. This might sound crazy, but
think about it before you say it, son.
Look, it is what it is. I'm not gonna say I sit here and listen to R. Kelly, but if I hear like one of them songs come on, like it's still a hit. Like even though he got accused of what he got accused of, like I can't say the song is canceled. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he might be canceled, but as far as like the music, like I can't say I can't. I'm not gonna bop my head to it anymore. It sounds good.
Oh man. Josh?
So on the R. Kelly side, so when it came to R. Kelly, I stopped listening to R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because not the recent R. Kelly stuff in the documentary and all that. I'm talking about the original, like when the videotape came out. We all know the videotape. When that videotape came out, I think my little sister was about 14.
Mm-hmm.
In that range. So
what video thing? Maybe I don't know what you're talking about.
He's got I don't even know if Simon wants to go. You go ahead, Simon. You can tell the what video.
I mean, I'll cut to the chase. There's a video of him urinating on a female. You heard about that?
At the time, they were saying that she's 14. That's the case. That's the important part. That supposedly she was underage, and he went to trial for that. And I think he ended up beating that because they could never. The person that was in the video kept saying it wasn't them or something like that. But the girl was 14 at the time. That was in the video with him. So,
but it was clearly
that bothered me.
Yeah, it was him.
It was clearly him. It was clearly him.
The Pied Piper in the flesh.
So that bothered me. I stopped listening to him. So on the Diddy shit, I mean, wasn't listening to him before, so it ain't a stretch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so okay, but the question was,
am I going to turn off More Money, More Problems? I'm not going to turn off More Money, More Problems because Diddy came on.
All About the Benjamins.
Saying that though, I haven't listened to not one Meek Mill verse ever since the allegations came out. It just doesn't feel right. But I don't know.
There you go.
Well, it was a good question. Good insight. So I just have two more things left. One, I just read the headline, which is Biden's son found guilty in gun case. I don't know too much about it, but I'm like, okay. I'm more concerned about who's going to be president. I actually heard yesterday that Cornel West is going to be running for president. I want to know if in November if he'll still be running or if, because when it gets closer to the actual election, a lot of people be dropping out.
Is Trump running this year?
Is he?
Yeah. Definitely.
Is Kanye still running?
Nah, they ain't gonna let him run. They got him somewhere underneath a rock somewhere.
So the Biden son gun charge, I mean, is what it is. I don't really care too much. Like I don't know why he had a gun, but he got caught with one. It is what it is. Like,
yeah, that's what I felt.
No worries, no concern about that. Like I don't know. I don't hear a lot of people like arguing that he shouldn't be getting charged or he shouldn't have been found guilty.
Right.
Man, I don't know what the hell he was thinking, but yeah, it is what it is. As far as I'm with you though, I'm way more interested in who's going to be president.
Yeah, I'm on the edge of my
Right
seat.
now, I have no idea who it's going to be.
What are the options though? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I never voted.
I mean, to me, the
Biden and Trump.
Yeah, there are other people who say they're running, but when it gets closer, usually it just ends up two people, and I see those people being Biden and Trump.
Am I just ignorant, or because in my head, like when I hear those two names, the first thing that I think is there can't be two better people in the world. Like there can't be.
No,
like, why them?
No, you're not ignorant, and just off of the way you're looking at it, you're not ignorant because my man has one foot in the jail and other foot in the campaign race. I'm talking about Trump, and then the other dude, he looks as old as time. Every time I seen my man, he looks.
Every time I've heard him talk, he seems like he don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and that's not even an exaggeration. So now what you're saying is not ignorant because based on those things alone, like I can't believe that we're in this situation.
Does it come down to you just pick the better option, the first better? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the lesser of two evils. It's always been like that, but I don't know. It's always been like that. Seems like we are out of options. So I need Cornel West to ramp his game up.
That'd be interesting. I ain't hear nothing about the Cornel West. Unfortunately, though, if he runs, probably just means Trump wins.
Yeah, because they're gonna split up. Yeah,
Cornel West is not taking votes from people that were thinking about voting for Trump.
Right.
Do y'all voted the past 2 years, or the past years? It's been elections.
Yeah, I voted every time.
Yeah, I voted.
Don't ask me who I voted for. Matter of fact,
I wasn't. I'm just asking questions just because I just have trouble finding if it even really matters.
Oh, that's a deeper conversation. You might need a whole new show for just that conversation of does it matter? I'm gonna lean towards yes, but at different times in my life I've felt differently about it. But yeah, I say it matters. And
it just feels
you can just look at recent history, just recent history of Trump was in power. He put up new justices, new judges, and once the judges were majority Republican, they got rid of abortion, or definitely changed the abortion law. So that's just a very real way that it matters. Now, what's going to happen this time around? Like, it still matters. Like it still matters, but I don't know which way it's going to go.
I don't know, but
So, all right, let me one more question.
Too deep into it? Oh, go ahead, Tyshar.
What do y'all look for? What do y'all want y'all president to do? Like, because it sounds like, like I ain't gonna say neither of them is doing anything, but it sounds like nothing to benefit us.
Man, I feel like playing.
What great question.
What would make y'all want to vote for what is something quality?
Honesty. Someone who fights for the people. They're not just doing everything for the rich. Equality. They're not just a warmonger. Someone who's actually intelligent and has something inspiring to say. Like I've never been inspired by Trump. I've never been inspired by Biden.
Were you inspired by Obama?
I was actually. On many occasions.
How about you, Josh?
For me, that's another one of those things that changes over time. If you would have asked me that 10, 15 years ago, I probably would have had different answers. The older I get, I'm just looking at it just real simple. Who can lead the country better? Like, who can improve things? One of the things I was going to say before, like one of the things I've been stuck on for like the last month and a half, just talking to my wife, just different conversations that I have is that, I'm not telling which way I'm voting or whatever, but do things seem like the world? Is the world in a better place right now than it was 4 years ago, 8 years ago? And I don't have the answer for that, and that bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I left, like, if you would have asked me 4.5 years ago, I'd have told you Trump was the worst president that we've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it 4 years later and I don't feel like things are drastically better?
Right.
That bothers me.
Right.
Like the whole scenario just bothers me. Like it shouldn't be that way. If what I was thinking originally is still true, which I can't say I was wrong. Like I do feel like Trump might have been one of the worst presidents that we've ever had, but we've had 4 years of Biden. Why don't things feel like I want someone to ask me that question, and I want to be able to answer it immediately of obviously yes, and I can't, and that bothers me.
Right. You bring
Not to say that things aren't better. It's just the fact that I have to think about it and don't fully know the answer. It bothers me. So
I can't say,
like Tyshar, like what I'm looking for is who's going to run this better? Who's going to bring in policies that improve things for all of us on just the the national level as well as just the local level.
I want a president to come in.
I
want a president to come in and do realistic things like stop inflation, because inflation is happening, and the more I look into it, it doesn't even need to happen. So if we can have a president to do practical things like that, because I believe I saw a statistic the other day that said in the last 4 years, groceries are up 27%, but people's salaries are down 3%, or it just didn't match up. So I'm like, if a president can come in and see very practical things like that, and I don't know if this is a pipe dream if it will ever happen, but just practical things like credit card companies or banks just charging those $35 overdraft fees for people who clearly don't have the money, and then now they're at $10,000 in overdraft. Just practical things that we all know make sense. Like, why is this happening? So that's what I'd want in a president. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, though.
Yeah, definitely. But the older I get, Tyshar, the more I'm looking at just different issues and just more aware about how things are impacting me. And I'm looking for somebody that's going to address some of those things. So that could be the fact that the school system my son goes to is laying off teachers this year. Meanwhile, there's all this money for different wars and weapons for Israel. Like, there's a lot of different stuff going on. So, like, if I could find somebody that's going to address those things and deal with budget issues in this country and find the money for the right things instead of just sending money off for different wars, like, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. But
I would like to see a president.
Who knows?
Now that you have my wheels turning, this could go on for a long time. I would like to see a president that called out the Ku Klux Klan as being a terrorist organization and got them up out of here, like once and for all. Like stop playing. You're president and you have all the wings in the world to do everything you need to do. You can jump in every other country and jump in their wars, do this, that, and other, but you're leaving the KKK in America. So if a president could come and say something, do practical things, like very clear things, like, come on, fam, but I haven't seen it yet. Or even, I don't know if, black people will ever get reparations, but practical things like every other race or culture, I don't want to say every, but more than black people got their reparations or got something back, but not the black folks in America. So just practical things. Like, black people are behind, but it's not all because of them, all because of us. So a president to see these things and make the changes he or she can. Yeah. I should play Wyclef's "If I Were President." That would be a nice segue. I am going to play it to end the show. So just one more, and I put this one last because I'm like, man, whatever. But I saw it. I saw it like 3 times in the last 2 days. So Rob Schneider slams Will Smith. He's calling him a liar and a fraud. He's still up in arms for him slapping the shit out of I wanted to say slapping the dog shit out of Chris Rock. He's saying Will Smith is not. He's calling Will Smith all these names. Y'all know Rob Schneider. He was my man from The Male Gigolo. He's in a bunch of Adam Sandler movies. Y'all know Rob Schneider, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, he's just trying to throw Will Smith under the bus. I'm like, man, let the guy live. He already went through his humiliation or whatever. Tried to defend his wife, didn't work out well for him.
People get smacked every day.
People get smacked every day.
They're dragging it.
They dragging it. Not only that, I'm going to see Bad Boys 4 this weekend.
Me too. But all right,
definitely trying to go see that.
Celtics in 4.
What? Yeah, Celtics in 4, and on the Rob Schneider shit. Like, you know where I'm at? I don't care. Like, if that's how he feels, I don't know what he said, but hey, if that's how he feels, that's how he feels. How we feel about Will, or how anybody else feels about Will, like, it's all good. Like, I think we do too much of, I can't believe this person said that. They shouldn't have said that. Like, it's freedom of speech. He can say whatever he wants. It don't really got to impact Will. Like, Will did what he did. I moved past it. Look like he don't move past it. Like, who cares what Rob Schneider says? I'm sure that a lot of people got opinions on it, but it don't really matter. Their opinion don't got to be the same as my opinions. It's all good. But if you feel like supporting them, yeah, support them. I'm checking that movie out.
Now that I'm seeing who Rob Schneider is, he look like he would get smacked too.
Yo, we're gonna end with that note. Yo, this has been another episode of the Cymarshall Law Show. That's the brother Josh. It's the brother Tyshar. Until next time, we love y'all. Peace, love, and positive energy, and we out like that. Peace.
Peace.
Election time's coming. Who you gonna vote for? Yeah. If I was president, I'd get elected on Friday, assassinated on Saturday, buried on Sunday. They go back to work on Monday. If I was president, if I was president, if I was president, yeah. Instead of spending billions on the war, I can use that money so I can feed the poor. Cause I know some so poor. When it rains, that's when they shower, scream and fight the power. That's when the vulture devours. If I was president, I get elected on Friday, assassinated on Saturday, buried on Sunday. They go back to work on Monday. If I was president, if I was president, if I was president, yeah. I know some soldiers that sleep but they can't dream, wake up with screams, sounds of M16. So take this medal of honor for your bravery. I wish you the best, kid. You and your family. If I was president, I get elected on Friday, assassinated on Saturday, buried on Sunday. They go back to work on Monday. If I was president, if I was president, if I was president. But the radio won't play this. They call it rebel music. How can you refuse it? Children of Moses, tell the children the truth, the truth. It's not all that bling that's diamond. Tell them the truth, the truth. Most of y'all wear cubic zirconians.
Take it off
Tell
now.
them the truth, yeah. Your soul is worth more than diamonds.
If I was president, all blacks, I have reparation, no segregation. Feed the nation so there's no famine. Muslims, Jews, Christians, with all whole hands. Every week on the beach, party by the sand. Word up, take trips on Air Force One. Don't need to bring the homeless with no sneaks to Air Force One. Better schools in the hood, better teachers for the classes. Making money, paying no tax. Find the best scientists, tell them come up with an answer. I want the cure for AIDS and cancer, but I gotta watch my back. Snipers on the hill with the steel, waiting to JF
I was
kill.
president. I get elected on Friday, assassinated on Saturday, buried on Sunday. They go back to work on Monday. If I was president, I feel the rain coming. Let me play my guitar for them right now.
Let's go.